She already has 8 world titles in various age groups throughout her career, and she's only 20 years of age from Walnut Creek, California, trying to get past a rugged veteran from the United States, Forrest Molinari here, who won the challenge tournament in this best-of-3 final. Elor took round 1 in a shutout, 6-0, Jim. But this young woman is the future of women's freestyle, along with the likes of Kennedy Blades here in the United States.
She is a legend in the making. Picks up that little knee pick, runs Molinari through the zone and gets 1. Molinari is a very strong wrestler, but Amit Elor is a machine in that first match. She just keeps going forward.
Molinari, world bronze medalist, 65 kg in 2021. She finished 3rd and 4th. The last 2 Olympic trials. Again, was at her best to work through the challenge tournament to get a crack here at Amit Elor, who's riding an 81-match win streak. Last loss for her came in 2019 at the semifinals of the U17 Worlds. She lost to Hanaka Nakai of Japan 3-1.
That's a pretty impressive streak, 81 matches in a row. Passivity warning against Molinari. She'll have to get moving here, or they'll back that up with putting her on the clock. Elor controlling a 2-on-1. But if Molinari just pushes on the head, they're going to call her for passivity. And they do.
So a pair of Californians here battling in Pennsylvania for a quest to get to Paris this summer. Elor with the lead in the bouts and the series. Molinari, though, has to score here, otherwise she's going to give up another point to Elor.
Working hard, but not really creating any opportunities, any scoring opportunities yet. There's one, but unable to get the angle and go behind. Elor continuing to control the mat position, continuing to control tie-ups. Molinari on the back foot, trying to create something, trying to get an angle, trying to get a tie-up. Works into an underhook. If she can lift Elor up, she might be able to have an opportunity. Either she's got to lift up, create some opportunity to score, or snap down.
And Jim, what we're watching here with a lot of upper body work here, and you see Molinari trying to break it. Elor says she's very physical, pressure forward, a lot of ties, that she had injuries earlier in her career, so she started to focus on upper body attacks, which fits her skills, thinks she's got good grip strength, likes to feel the movement of her opponent. You can see that there, kind of into her opponent, trying to figure out what's coming next.
Passivity warning against Elor. A little bit hanging on those tie-ups too much, but might get her going. She drops into a double. Doesn't look like she's going to be able to finish this one, though.
And Elor going to take that 2-0 lead into the break. She, like a lot of young American wrestlers, has some heroes, some watching previous generation of American stars.
My earliest role model was my sister, and she's just incredible, and she was my first wrestling coach too. So, but after her, I'd say my earliest role models are definitely Helen Maroulis, Adeline Gray, and Tamira Mensah-Stock. Just to witness the 2016 Olympics and, you know, the first gold medal in history for the U.S. for women. I actually got to train with Helen a little bit before the Olympics in Rio, and that was the coolest for me ever, because like I met her in person, and then she goes out there and makes history, and I think that really motivated me, seeing that it's possible, and I just got really into it and excited, and that's when I really started to watch women's wrestling intensely.
Well, Elor would have been 12 years old at the time, and you fast forward 8 years later, she's less than 3 minutes away from being Helen Maroulis' Olympic teammate this summer in Paris.
Go from idolizing an athlete one day to their teammate the next. Pretty amazing journey for Amit Elor in wrestling.
You see the blood coming out there, and we'll see if it gets noticed here coming up, and they halt this to stop it and clean it up, and now the mat official does see it. And so they'll take a time and an injury time for Elor to get fixed up.
Looks like a bit of a bloody nose for Elor. We'll try and stop that bleeding. 5 minutes on the time for stopping the bleeding, cumulative time, so plenty of time to do that. Forrest Molinari wrestling for the Sunkissed Kids Wrestling Club, one of the most storied wrestling clubs in United States wrestling history. This is their last year of existence now.
What they've done for nearly a half century, Jim, been remarkable. In the clubs across the country, the backbone of a lot of these wrestling programs, support, funding, housing, and helping these athletes make their dreams. Titan Mercury Wrestling Club supported there on the singlet of Elor as we get ready to continue here in the second period.
Elor controlling that underhook and the off arm, virtually eliminating any opportunity for Molinari to score. But they want her to do something with it, so they give her a little bit of a passivity warning. She's on the clock now.
The second warning puts her on the activity clock, 30 seconds in which to score. If not, it'll be a point for Molinari. Molinari, we mentioned the senior world bronze 2021. Been on a couple of U23 world teams. College national champ for King University in her career. That's in Tennessee. More active, but not scoring. Point Molinari. Things tightening up.
Tightening it up. One more point. She'd have the criteria to be able to pull this match out. Amit Elor. I'd like to see her get moving here and create an opportunity to score versus just sit back and try and hold on for the win. 1 minute left to do that. Still controlling that wrist. Molinari needs to clear those wrists, figure out a way to get by that defensive pressure from Amit Elor.
Talking about liking all of the upper body work. She continues to have things go her way. There's an attempt at a shot for Molinari.
Elor wisely circles to get back to the middle. Molinari looking for that edge, maybe to try and get a restart, change position, and force Elor out. Unable to do so. There's a shot attempt, but not able to penetrate.
Amit Elor keeping Forrest Molinari at bay and trying to see if she can take this slim lead all the way for the final few seconds and earn a trip to Paris. And Amit Elor gets it done. Wins the series 2-1 in the deciding bout over Forrest Molinari. And the 20-year-old from Walnut Creek, California, qualifies for the United States Olympic team and set to become the youngest American female wrestler in Olympic history in Paris for Team USA.
A little flex there as her arms raised. She walks off the mat. Paris bound.